Hello, everyone. See, I've got a couple people on the line. Could you let me know if you could just raise your hand if you're able to, if you're not able to see the screen? Okay, great. It looks like we're ready to roll. No issues with seeing the presentation. I'm going to go ahead and mute the line.
The conference has been muted.
So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started since it is 10:30. My name is Michelle O'Reilly. I'm a Business Development Manager at NIC Services, and I'll be leading today's in-person payments webinar. Other folks assisting with today's webinar include our Senior Business Development Manager, Maria Cleves, Jenna Coates, and our President, Mukesh Patel. So I will go through a general overview and then open it up for questions and comments at the end. So the end goal today is to provide a general understanding of NIC Services, give an explanation of the various options available for processing in-person payments, and we will conclude today with the latest market updates. So during last month's webinar, Jenna introduced us to online payment products like TPE, which is the payment engine, and CCP, the common checkout. If you missed it and you'd like to access it, please visit our channel or reach out to us after the presentation and we can send you the direct link. So today we're going to delve further into payments and talk about two types of in-person payment products available to you. But before I start, let me give you guys a quick overview about who we are and what we do. So NIC Services is a subsidiary of NIC, the leader of digital government solutions. We offer a full cycle transaction management solution, which includes gateway and merchant services, plus extensive financial reporting and funds disbursement. And it's all hosted in the cloud at our PCI DSS Level 1 data center. In 2016, we securely processed $26 billion on behalf of our government partners. And then let me briefly talk about our parent company, NIC. So NIC is celebrating 25 years this year. Our first contract was with the state of Kansas in 1992. And NIC only contracts with public sector entities, and we currently have 28 active state contracts. So let's talk about some of our solutions. So self-service through online payments and kiosks is not always feasible. Some patrons just refuse to conduct business over the web, and others need to provide certified documents for verification over the counter. So OTC for short stands for over the counter. It provides another way for businesses and citizens to securely transact with municipalities. So NIC Services OTC solution is called Payport, and it's intuitive, easy to use, and provides hierarchy-based access levels, meaning different functioning levels can be set up based on administrative roles. It's a service solution that's also highly customizable. The only thing needed to begin processing payments is a computer connected to the internet. OTC gives each government entity the ability to set up multiple locations for payment collection, like City Hall, police stations, rec centers, any number. It's not restricted. It also enables each location the ability to collect unique items for transactions, from utility payments, police fines, recreation passes. The list is pretty much endless. So each location can have set users and custom receipts. The cashier's process is a simplified version of what you'd see if you're shopping online, and the fields can be pre-populated by the data obtained from the credit card, debit card device, and I'll talk through those in just a minute. So once the information is on the screen, staff can verify amounts and process payments. The credit and debit card transactions are authorized instantly to ensure account validity, sufficient funds, and the presence of no alerts. So there are a number of benefits to Payport. These include self-funding, which means just like a majority of NIC's digital solutions or services, it's provided at no cost to the government by way of a modest service fee that is passed on to the users who choose to transact or interact using the system. The fees typically range from $1 to $3, and they cover the cost of building, maintaining, and enhancing the service. So the money is essentially reinvested back into the product. Also, since there's zero cost for the product and service, the time-consuming and costly RFP process can be avoided. It's payment card industry data security standards, or PCI DSS compliant. That was on the previous slide. I'm sorry, didn't talk through it then. And NIC takes great pride in our unparalleled customer service. We're available to our partners when they need us. We don't just deliver a product and walk away. And since we generate revenue from transactions, it's in our best interest to provide a simple solution that is easy to use and to help troubleshoot if problems do arise. Also, the system can be custom tailored to suit each government entity's needs, from additional data fields and even data integration. And lastly, it's integrated with the payment engine, which we learned about last month, to provide real-time reporting and financial transparency. So these reports can also be set up for automated delivery. So there are a number of devices that can be used to increase efficiency and reduce data entry errors. These devices are optional and are embedded with our unique production key or our debit key injection. I'm going to briefly introduce them. The small card swiper there on your top right hand side is the Magtech Dynamag, and it's secure, bidirectional, which means it can be swiped from either direction and has a long swipe path. It's designed to plug and play like a keyboard, so it's very easy to use. There's also a swipe device that reads a check with a built-in motor, and it is called the MicroSafe. The one at the bottom is an EMV reader, which stands for Europay, MasterCard, Visa, and it enables swipe and chip insertion. It's called the FD40. So chip-enabled cards are your standard bank cards that are embedded with a microcomputer chip, and some may require a PIN instead of a signature to complete the transaction process. These all connect through USB. The second in-person payment solution available is OTG, which stands for on-the-go payments. So on-the-go payments is also PCI compliant solution, but it's designed for taking payments out in the field or outside of your traditional office location. It's mobile application built for Android and iOS devices, and it's available through each platform's app store. It too can be customized with catalog products, or a custom data field can be collected to process the transaction. And in order to process the transaction, the cashier swipe a card or enter in the account numbers or take a digital image of a check, and then customers sign for the transaction via the touch screen, and these signatures are stored as images. On-the-go sends receipts via email, and they can be printed with a Bluetooth printer. It's the perfect solution for processing payments without Wi-Fi or internet access or spotty service, as the information is encrypted stored and then processed whenever the user is back within range. Reports for reconciliation can be generated from the last 4 digits. Data, comments, IDs, and all of that information can then be exported into different formats. And just like Payport, since the solution is self-funded, there's no need to go out to RFP or bid. So the device we use for on-the-go is the Magtech UDynamo, and it plugs into the audio jack of an Android or iOS device like a smartphone or tablet. And down at the bottom there you can see just how big it is compared to the device. So moving on, here are a few market updates. A contactless payment is a payment system where credit cards and debit cards, key fobs, and other devices, including smartphones, use either radio frequency identification or RFID, near field communication, NFC, or Samsung Pay for making secure payments. And Samsung Pay is an alternative to Apple Pay and Google Android Pay, and it recently launched in the UK. So we'll keep an eye on this new development to see how far it takes us. So another update is that Visa and American Express are strengthening security for contactless payments. So Visa will bring all contactless transactions online this year in 10 European countries, including the UK, with more markets to follow. So currently, 45% of all contactless payments occur offline. Thanks for listening. I'm going to actually unmute the lines to open it up for any questions.
The conference has been unmuted.
You know what I mean.
Does anybody have any questions?
I have a quick question. This is Brittany from South Carolina. What
Brittany.
portals are using the OTG service offering, and what kind of services are they offering with that payment solution?
I'm sorry, you said what states were using the OTG
Right.
solution? There are actually a number. It's available to all of the states that currently have the 28 contracts, and also through the other states too. NIC Services can make it available. I don't have an exact number on how many instances are out there, but I can certainly collect that information and get back to you.
Okay. I was just looking more for examples because I don't think we currently use that in South Carolina, so it would be neat to see how other states are using that.
Sure. Okay. So in Iowa, the way that we've used it is some registrations for recreation are available through that. If somebody comes to a rec center that doesn't have great internet service, they're able to process those registrations instantly. You can't collect a great deal of information, but you can collect a field and then process the payment. I believe there are, I was told there was an instance where some police officers were using OTG to collect payment from some truck drivers who were speeding, and the internet connection was not great, so they were able to go ahead and collect those transactions and then process them once they had greater connection.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Any other questions? I do see somebody has their hand raised. Can I answer a question? All right, I'm going to go ahead and mute everyone again.
The conference has been muted.
Well, thanks for tuning into today's webinar. Please join us for the 4th webinar in our series titled Online Payment Processing on Wednesday, June 28th at 10:30 Central Standard Time. And I invite you guys to check out our social media sites for the latest market updates and other pertinent information. And as always, please contact us if you need additional information or if you're interested in a demonstration. So thank you for your time today, and I'm going to go ahead and close the webinar. Thanks again.